Well, good morning everybody. It's 2:30 and we're at the Eurotunnel because we are off to France. There's about 10 of us this week, off to Lac Belaine. We've got a little bit of a journey ahead of us. So we've just arrived at Folkestone, got ourselves a Starbucks. Our tunnel, I believe, was at 6:20. We managed to get on to the 4:20 or something at no charge. So we just got a couple of hours just to kill and we shall be on the train and on our way. So we'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay, we're in France now. We've been on the road for a couple of hours. Just stopped at the services. Shaun's had to just stop for the loo. Any idea where he might be? I'm sure we'd hear him. Okay, we're over here for the week. Don't know where he is. Well guys, so we are at Lac Belaine. Shaun, his brother, and I arrived about 11 o'clock this morning. It's now about 3 o'clock, I believe. The rest of the group that were with us got completely lost, and they didn't turn up until a couple of hours ago. So we got here, we've done a lap of the lake, and it looks mint as well. Done a lap of the lake. We've then gone into a draw where we all pick a number out of a hat, and then that dictates the order that we get to pick our swims. Luckily for me, I'll second out the hat, and I've managed to bag my chosen swim, which is number 23. So we've got number 23. I've got a ton of gear that I now need to get set up. It's stinking hot. I don't know what the temperature is actually, but it's got to be 30 degrees. So I'm going to leave you there, and I'm going to get some gear set up so I've got some shade, and then I need to have a really good plumb around with my boat, my leading rod and my deeper, and try and find myself some tasty little spots. So we'll catch you up in a bit. That is a banging spot. If ever I saw one, I'm definitely getting a rod out on that.
Oh, gutted. Lost one to the weed. It's a good sign though.
Right, good morning everyone. So it is about 5:30 in the morning. And unbelievably, about an hour ago, I actually lost the fish. I was not expecting anything from last night at all. I was so exhausted after we arrived yesterday. I had a little fumble around for a little bit, found an area that was fairly clear because this lake is pretty weedy, and just literally chucked a couple of rods on as they were, and at 4:30 I had a take. I wound both rods in with the view that as soon as it started to get light, I would redo them and get them out again. And as you can hear, it's now pouring with rain. So I'm just going to hold off for a little bit. So don't fancy getting absolutely drenched at this moment in time. And as soon as the rain eases off a bit, we're going to get them back out. Happy days. So I'll get back to you in a bit. But it's a good start. And let's see what we can do. A little bit more activity than you'd expect on a normal Monday morning. Oh yeah, living the dream. Suck it up boys, living in style. Fucking get to shit outside under a tarp. Here's how we're looking this morning. It's Monday, it is 11:25. Fish are banging around all over the place, but it's going to get hotter and hotter, and I think I'm going to wind my rods in for a few hours, go and get showered up and washed and dressed, head into the town to get some supplies because we need some food, and then get back to it maybe 3 or 4 o'clock later on. Incidentally, I've just had 2 crews right past the rod tips on the surface, so I might have to pick up some bits to try a bit of surface fishing. See what these pair of numbnuts are up to. Well, this all looks nice and cosy, doesn't it? God, I got one like this. So you have to excuse the noise, guys are cutting the grass around the solar panels. That's something to note here actually. There's no mains power here at this lake, but they've got these solar panels so you can charge up your stuff. But here's the boats. They've got some boats you can hire, and bicycles. There's a barbecue area. Shower there, I'll take you over there in a minute. There's like a little communal area. They've got some freezers and plug sockets in there so you can go and charge stuff. And we've got this area in here that I'm guessing is for us guys to use. There's a microwave, fridge, cooker, little kitchen area. Said I was going to show you the showers. So they're nothing to scream about, but they're all right. I've seen worse at other fisheries. I've just had a shower, by the way, so it's wet in here, and that's not my stuff. But yeah, 2 showers, both exactly the same. There's the second one. All the same. And interestingly, so I lost another fish at 6 AM this morning, and it's been heavily advised to me that I should go and get a boat. So I may be rowing a boat back.
What are you doing?
There's Dan going for his morning spruce. This is Shaun's second lunch because his first burger that he ordered had ketchup in it, which apparently is disgusting. So he's now resorted to chicken wings. Okay guys, 4:10, we're back from the village, got some supplies, had a break for a couple of hours, got washed up, had a shower, got some lunch, and now we're back to try and get the rods out, ready for this evening. It's too hot to fish during the middle of the day. You just can't sit in this heat for that. So we're going to get set up again and get them rods out. Okay, so I spent a good, what's the time now? 10 to 5. I spent a good hour driving the deeper and the boat around to try and find some spots. And I don't know whether you can see it in the corner of the video, but Shaun ended up getting a boat, which does help actually. You can see things that the boat can't. So we've got one margin spot down here, and we've got two out in open water, but they're holes in the weed. Really difficult to find. It's really weedy lake, and you're literally just looking for holes in the weed. So I've driven the boat out with the sonar. Shaun's been out with some bait. He scattered a few kilos out for me to try and help get it going. And now we've just got to sit back and see what that's going to bring. Here they are, the
boat slash bait boat combination could do the business for Dan and Gilly. Struggling to manoeuvre the boat by the looks of things there. What are they doing? There we go, he sent out the rig. Hand placement of the rig onto the weed bed, I reckon. You can't not catch from this. This is technical carping at its best. Cheers, mate.
First fish to Dan. First fish to Dan.
Alright, mate. Hello. That's you, right. Hold the tail of the fish up a bit, and the fish in general a little bit higher. Yeah, that's the one. Tail up, mate. That's it. Hold. Well done, Danny. New PB.
Hey!
Le Bosch.
Right, it's right in the sun as well. Shout.
So basically, grab the fish, but don't pick him up. Put your hand over his head. Put your hand in his mouth if you want, and that will stop him. And then lift him up a little bit, and I'll then pull this out of the way.
What am I doing?
Put your hand over his head. So,
Right.
yeah. So if he swims forward, he's just going to hit your hand.
Oh, okay.
Well done, mate. Lift up a bit higher, mate. Tail up.
Yep, in.
Spot on.
Well done, Dan.
Hey!
PB for Dan. So just before we came out to France, I bought one of these flex tail repels. Supposed to repel mosquitoes, but there was about 1,000 midges just sort of over this area just now, so I thought, oh, so let's get it out and give it a try. And they do seem to have cleared away, so let's leave it on for a bit and see how we get on. I've just had a couple of liners on my right hand rod, and the tip sort of was doing this, so let's hope that's a good sign, and there's plenty of fish to come. Dan Russell in the next swim, one up from me, has had a PB at £32 5 ounces, I believe. So a good start for him, got that on video. So yeah, let's hope it's somebody else's turn. So we're coming to the end of our first full day's fishing. Catch us in our next video. Hopefully we can get some new PBs like Danny Boy had today. Catch you next time, guys.